the more severe the weather gets. Cool. That's realistic and good. There are rivers inside dungeons. Some buildings can be destroyed but are rare, so you can destroy some buildings but it's rare. That's pretty cool actually, to have a destruction engine for some buildings, but obviously not all of them. I wonder how that's going to be implemented. Is it going to be the dragon destroys it, or is it going to be you destroy it with a shout or something? Because I can't see how else you would destroy it. You can't like drive your horse over it, obviously, and you can't drive a car in this game because it's set hundreds of years ago. Well, it's not even set in this universe, but after picking flowers, they are removed visually from the plant. That's cool. That's more realistic also. Flora and Nernrit, of course. Good. There are 13 guardian stones scattered across Skyrim, which will temporarily boost your skills. That's pretty nice, like a temporary boost. So if you want to go into a dungeon or something, you'd activate one of those stones, and then you'd be more prepared. So it'd be like a boost. What do you call it? A buff, yeah. A nice little buff. The city of Winterhold is partly submerged and in ruins. Cool. Winterhold? That wasn't listed in the 5 major cities, so it must be a separate rundown city. That's pretty cool. So maybe it's like an enemy city, or a city you wouldn't go to unless you're on a quest looking for some sort of artifact, maybe. Character, there's a soft level cap at 50. What does that mean? It's like the amount of experience increases exponentially at that point, but you can still level up after this. Highest possible level is mathematically estimated to around 75. That's pretty cool. There are 3 attributes: health, magicka, and stamina. One of these can be increased by 10 each level. Health, magicka, and stamina. So you choose one. So it's been simplified totally to health, magicka, and stamina. Only 3 attributes. Used to be like, what, 10 at least? So they've reduced it to health, magicka, and stamina. I suppose that's nice because it's streamlining it. It's streamlining the whole thing. This game is streamlining everything, I think. Pretty much. Bringing it more simplifying it, but it's like, it's a game that's going to become easy to play but hard to master, I suppose, sort of like World of Warcraft was. So you've got health, magicka, and stamina, and one of these can be increased by 10 each level, so that's good. So you choose one to increase by 10. So say you want more, I don't understand that though. Where's strength? What about strength? Health, magicka, stamina. I guess stamina must be strength now. Leveling is faster than previous games, that's good. You can sprint, which drains your stamina. Backwards running speed has been reduced since Oblivion, so you can't backpedal anymore fast. So they're introducing some sort of penalty for backpedaling. Interesting. Sprinting while wearing heavy armor drains stamina faster. Obviously that's more realistic. Good. Your speed is governed by your stamina attribute and your equipment. What about strength? Maybe it's just blade skill now instead. Racial speed is the same, so a Khajiit will initially run at the same speed as an orc. What about like how much you can carry? What's that determined by? Stamina, is it now, instead of strength? Because strength increased the amount you could carry originally. Or maybe there's no limit now. Maybe they've done away with that, like they did away with what was the other thing? I can't remember. Anyway, you can become a vampire. Yeah, that was present in Oblivion. That was actually a recent announcement in September there. Todd Hard announced that. I don't know why, like, because you could do that in Skyrim, or in Oblivion, sorry, and in you could actually become a werewolf in Morrowind, but not in Oblivion. I was hoping to see werewolf again. Magicka and health now regens pretty fast out of combat and slowly while in combat. That's good. So you actually get some regeneration. I mean, I was always waiting for stupid regen and health. It took forever, and it never regen in combat in Oblivion, I'm pretty sure, but out of combat it was really, really slow. In-depth character customization that allows you to change your physique. So you can change your physique. You can be tall, short, muscular, not muscular. Give them a beard, awesome. So you can finally give them a beard, like in Oblivion you couldn't. You could only give them shadow, which was shit. And a more detailed changes to your character's body. There are no classes, as I mentioned before, so it's like the way you play determines your class. There are no major minor skills, and what you practice in determines your class. In air quotes, class. Because you can play whatever way you want, basically. That's opening it up, because as you play, you might want to try different things. You might want to use spells more, you might want to use your sword more, you might want to become like thief-like if you're doing the Dark Brotherhood quests. Obviously, you want to go assassin style. So that's good. It opens it up more to more options, more opportunities. You can apply face paint to your character, and there's a myriad of different types. There's a lot of face paints. There are over 50 beards. Awesome. So that goes with the very Nord style. Also quite dwarven beards, so interesting. There are dozens of sliders for customization. I was hoping we would see Dwemer in this game, because dwarves, Dwemer, are very heavily featured in Nordic mythology. It's like where they came from, basically, isn't it? There are dozens of sliders for customization. That's good. Your settings are remembered when switching between races. And races, there are 10 playable races: Imperial, Nord, Redguard, Dark Elf, Dunmer, High Elf, Altmer, Wood Elf, Bosmer, Orc, Khajiit, Argonian, and Breton. I think that's pretty much the races that were playable in Oblivion. And there's also a few unplayable races. We've got racial abilities. Argonians, high, significantly increased health regeneration speed. That's very nice. I think Argonians have the best racials. They've got like health regen increased. They've got his skin 50% resistance to disease, and breathe underwater, which is very handy skill, because there's a lot, like in Oblivion, there's a lot of underwater stuff. Like there's chests and stuff underwater, big monsters underwater. There was quests where you had to go underwater, and the guy sent you to drown basically from the Mages Guild. But if you're an Argonian, you would have no problem because you could breathe underwater. Breton has got dragon skin, absorb magicka of spells and resist shock. That's interesting. Dunmer, Ancestor's Wrath, surrounds player character in fire and resists fire. Argonians have like 3 things. That's a bit overpowered, is it not? All these other ones have 1. Maybe this is only at this point what's confirmed. It'll probably change in release to be more equal, I suppose. Hopefully. Altmer regenerate magicka more quickly. Imperial, Voice of the Empire, found more coin when looting. Khajiit, Night Vision and Claw attack, increased unarmed damage. Nord has Battle Cry. Orc has Berserker, so it's pretty much similar. Orc and Nord. Redguard gets Adrenaline Rush. Must mean faster attacks. Bosmer gets Animal Allies. So is Bosmer the only classic or the only race that can command animals? Because it says Animal Allies command an animal to fight for you. So are they the only ones that can actually command an animal, or can anybody learn to command an animal? Resist poison and disease. So they actually can resist poison and disease flat out, is that? That would be very handy. So Bosmer and Argonian seem to have the best ratios at the moment. Nord only has Battle Cry, which is kind of weak. I mean, it's supposed to be Skyrim, is supposed to be about Nords, is it not? So like they should have got more than just Battle Cry. But maybe it might be a very handy skill, you never know. There are 18 skills. Warrior type skills: smithing, heavy armor, block, two-handed, one-handed, and archery. Mage type skills: enchanting, destruction, alteration, conjuration, restoration, and illusion. Thief type skills: alchemy. Alchemy is a thief type skill. I'm going to mix up in these things because I want alchemy, I want enchanting, I want heavy armor, I want smithing, I want block, I want one-handed, I want archery. He wanted all, he says. Thief type skills: alchemy, light armor, speech. Speech is a thief skill, I suppose. Sneak, lockpicking, and pickpocketing, but I suppose you can choose, pick and choose. The higher a skill is, the more it will contribute to leveling up when increased, making it smarter to focus on a smaller range of skills. Yeah. The higher skills, the more it will contribute to leveling up when increased. Does that mean the more you focus on one tree, the faster you level up? That could be interesting. I don't like that. I like to pick and choose. I mean, I'd like alchemy definitely, and I'd like enchanting, and I'd like heavy armor and one-handed, and lockpicking and speech. I mean, all of it's good, but I don't need destruction, conjuration, any of that. Restoration to do. The enchanting skill allows you to disenchant items. Ooh, kind of like in World of Warcraft again, with magical properties, destroying the item in the process. This will teach you how to enchant another time with the magical properties of the item you disenchanted. Wow, that's nice. So you can destroy an item if you want the stats of it and put it onto another item. I don't know if that'll overwrite the stats the item you have on, or whether it'll just put on top. I hope it puts on top the stats of the item you disenchanted. That would be awesome. If not, it'll be okay, like, but nothing to write home about. Perks. You gain a perk point every level. There are a total of around 280 perks. It's sort of like the Fallout 3 had this sort of perk system also. Like you get gun perk, you get better at big guns, you get better at smaller guns. You increase your stance skill, etc. by 5 points, sort of perks, you know. Perks will, among other things, increase the sound of your footsteps, so that's better for sneaking obviously, disarm enemies, and give you access to unique special moves, just like the deadly reflex thing again. You can choose not to spend perk points at each level, and instead hold on to them. We've got some alchemy confirmed here. None of them have any names yet. Potions are 20% stronger. Potions for restore health, magic and stamina are 25% stronger. These are potions, I'm guessing, that you take. Poisons are 25% more effective. 2 ingredients are gathered from plants. Oh right, this is alchemy. So potions are 20% stronger generally, is that? Potions for restore health, magic and stamina are 25% stronger. Poisons are 25% more effective. That's good, so you're going to want to definitely use poisons. Two ingredients are gathered from plants, so not just one. So you get like the stalk and the stem or something. 50% resistance to all poisons. All negative effects removed from potions, and all positive effects removed from poisons. Or is this perks? Oh, these are perks, sorry. I see, these are perks. So this is an example of some of the perks. So you get 2 ingredients from plants instead of 1. That would be a good perk. 2 effects of an ingredient are revealed when testing instead of 1. Now we've got sneak perks. We've got 20% less chance of being detected. Sneak attacks do 6x damage with one-handed weapons. That's nice. Sneak attacks with bows do 3 times damage. Sneak attacks with daggers do 15 times damage. That is sick. That is like a one-shot pretty much, I'm guessing. That is absolutely sick. So you're going to want to use daggers if you're going for a thief class. So it's going to be like properly playing a thief if you're playing a thief character, because you're going to want to use daggers. Noise from armor reduced by 50%. That's good. You're no longer active. You no longer activate pressure plates. Wow, it's going to be like a Lightfoot, really ninja style thief. If you go down that route, perks. Sprinting while sneaking performs a forward roll. Running does not affect detection chance. Obviously there's some not so useful perks as well as the awesome perks, so you're going to want to focus on the awesome perks obviously. I suppose all of them have their situational uses, like sprinting while sneaking performs a forward roll. I can't really see a use for that, unless maybe you might want to roll through a trap or something. Crouching can make hostile enemies lose sight of you and search for a target. Vanish, wow, that's a perk. Vanish. So it's like instead of taking invisibility potions, you can just go vanish, like a rogue vanish in World of Warcraft, I'm guessing. Very nice. Attacker focuses on someone else while entering combat while sneaking. Got speech perks. Buying and selling price 10% better. Allure, receiving 20% better price. Buying from opposite sex. That's very like some of the perks in Fallout 3 on New Vegas. Invest in shops and increase available gold permanently in invested stores. Master trader. Every merchant in the world gains 10,000 gold for bartering, so you can sell more expensive items to them. Obviously that would be good. That's a very good perk in fact, because in Oblivion often they only had like 800 gold, which sucked because you couldn't sell your most expensive items that you didn't need. They were worth a lot more than 800 gold. Buy and sell anything from any merchant, regardless of what they normally buy and sell. Oh, that's good. So they'd have everything. That would be amazing. Buy and sell anything from any merchant, regardless of what they normally buy and sell. Is that like everything in the game? That would be sick. That would be kind of overpowered. Some of these are pretty overpowered. I need to turn it down a bit with that one. I think that's a bit too much. I think for a perk. Intimidation attempts, or unless it's locked, should lock some of these down for later level, because having that, like, if you could just buy any of these